Hello everyone, it's Anne from Anne's Paper Creations, and I thought I will make a new fussy cut tutorial with some new beginner or basic fussy cutting and also some more advanced. First I will show you a bit about scissors. If you are just making a basic fussy cutting, you can use some larger scissors like this. So this is the one from EK Success, I think, and here is also one from EK Success, well used. And I also know that some like to use some larger scissors, but I work with small scissors. I find that most easy when I do detailed fussy cutting. So I will show you a bit about these scissors here. This is a Kai scissor, and this is a number S/4 or a stroke between. And if you see, this is a very fine tip here. If you are going into paper and cut it, this can be too large. And if you see, this slides very easy. And Kai doesn't make them anymore. I've emailed them and asked if they can make this again, because this is the one who has taken over, and that's number N, now I have to take off my glasses, N5100. And if you see here, it's more hard, it goes, you see here, so it's a bit hard here, and I tried to screw it up and I've taken some oil inside, and maybe it will loosen, and also maybe it will loosen over time. But if you do much fussy cutting, it will be a bit hard for my hands. And then Nelly Snellen, I think this is from, yeah, I think so, has come with a new scissor, and this is a very affordable scissor. It's about £2 for the scissor, and if you see on the blade here, it's even more thin than this, so this would be perfect. But I found out that it doesn't cut all the way in. You see here, it holds a bit, so if you are going to poke a hole and cut around, it won't cut straight, or it won't take it all. So with small details, this can be a bit hard to cut with, but with larger things it's perfect. So, and also want to talk a bit about the pens I'm using when I go around the images, because I like to get the white edge a bit black if it's not very light paper. And be sure to have some that's waterproof if you're going to take a multi-mat over. And this SIG pen here I use around my images, and this I go around my pages or larger images, because I can show you a bit here. So when I take this one, it can bleed a lot into the paper, and this one just take the edge here. So hope you can maybe see different here. So yeah, so that was the pens. And I also like to cover up my images for when I do mini albums and so, and I always use the Studio Multimat from Claudine Helmut, and this is going out of production I think now, but this Ranger Multimat medium works the same way. So then we can get starting with some fussy cutting. So just move some out of the way, and I take my favorite scissor here. So I'm working with a mini album now with a retail mini album, and I need some images, so I thought I'd show you a bit here. So then I start just cutting random around the image, and it fits very detailed. It can be good to cut a bit on the outside so you have something to hold on. So, and why I don't cut into it is because I'm going to use the frames also, so I try to use it all. So So maybe I will zoom in a bit now so you can get it more detailed. So I hope I will manage to stay in frame. So then I go all the way into the image, and I move my image, not the scissor. So, and if you come a bit on the outside here, it doesn't matter if you are using a SIG pen, because that will cover it up. So we'll cut out this image here, and then I will show you how to use the SIG pen around. So you see, I'm holding this hand still. So this is an easy image to cut out. So if you are new to this, it can be good to practice a bit with some easy images. So you can also draw some images on a piece of paper and try it out. And also, if you are having hard to find the scissors, this I bought in a sewing shop, but you can also get it from Kai. They have a site where they sell scissors. But maybe you can try in the shop and ask if you can try the scissor, if it's good for you. So we all like different scissors, but this is my favorite. So now I cut this out. And if you see on the side here now, it shows up a white edge. I'm not sure it's showing up. But then I go around with my SIG pen. So. And this will also cover up the, if you didn't cut precise all the way, it will cover it up. So, but if you're not using the SIG pen, you must be sure to cut where the image is right into it. So then I've been around here, so then we can take some multi-matte on. So it's best to leave this to dry for a minute or two, so it won't bleed into the image, but I think it will work. So I like to use my fingers, but you can use a brush if you like to. So, and then it became more strong, this paper, so it can be used. So now we can leave this to dry a bit. You can also use a craft knife to cut out your images, but I prefer the scissor, and then I can sit in my chair in the living room in the evenings and do it. But I can show you a bit here. And this I'm not good at all, because I like to do it with my scissors. But then you cut, if you want a bit on the outside here, just cut it out. So, just showing you a bit here. And you can also cut out fine details inside. We'll show you a bit with the scissor later. Like so. And then you can cut out inside. But I will show you a bit here, for sometimes we want to have maybe some white showing up on the outside. And then I don't use the SIG pen if that's what I'm going for. So then I just cut a millimeter or so. See, I think I take this away so it shows up better maybe. So then I go a bit from the outside. more here. So. And then I will continue. Now you can maybe see how it looks with the white on the outside, and I will continue to go straight into the image here so you can see the difference. So here, it's how it looks. So with the white edge here and all the way into. So if I cut it with a white edge, I won't use my SIG pen, but here I will use my SIG pen. So then we can maybe start with showing you a bit on some leaves and different ways to cut into it. Some people like to, if you cut the leaf straight like so, and then many like to go this way in and cut here, but then I can't see what I'm doing on this side here, so I like to round it a bit. So I like to go this way in, and then I just have a millimeter of my scissor inside here and turn it around and go this way here. And if you see on the shape here, now I cut it straight here, and if you like to have the shape of the leaf here, so then you just move a bit like so, and then you get, I hope you can see it. So here it's not straight, but here it's straight. And you can also choose to, I can show you on this one, to cut into each like so, if you want to follow the lines. But the other way I did it, the SIG pen will cover up where I didn't get into it. So I'll show you a difference here. So hope I was in frame here. So here you can see I just moved my scissor, and here it's more detailed. So that was that. And also, if when you take a multimat on an image like so, here you can see I've cut a bit on the outside like I did on this, because I can show you a bit here. If you are using a green background, then if you cut straight into it like this one, it won't show so much up, and here it will show more up. And also I can show you a bit more here. This bat on black background, and this I've cut straight into. So, and also with this what is called birdie, scarecrow maybe? No. So here I have the white edge, so it shows more up. And here you can see I've bent the wings a bit up. And when you take your multimat on, you can shape your images. So take this out of the way, and then you bend it up when you have the multimat on, and then you can create shapes on different fussy cuts. So hope it's clear. So then I think I will show you some more advanced fussy cutting. So I'll be back. So here are some more detailed fussy cutting, and here you can take the multimat on first before you start fussy cutting, but it's more hard to cut into the paper. So I choose to cut out all the small you can see here first, and then I will cut the outside, but then I take the multimat on after. I can show you. So here I cut out all, hope you can see it, and I have one left here, and I start usually fussy cut all the small detail first here, and then I go from the outside and poke a hole, and if it's something that easy can break here, this can break this here, so then I go from the opposite side and start here. So then I go from the back side, the image where I poked a hole, so here about, so, and just cut slightly every time. And this small scissors you can cut all the way up, like so. If it's a larger scissor, the paper can break. So here you see now the fine line here maybe. So go all the way up and round. Like so. So then I will take my SIG pen, and you see I colored in all the other ones, and I go from the back side, because if I go from the front here I will also color some of the image here. So and then I take the multimat on all of it, because it's so many fine details here, so it will break easy if you just cut all out. But if you are used to it, you can manage do it without. So now it will be a bit harder. And here you see I managed to break one when I rounded with my scissor, because it's so thin. So I just glue it back with a multimat and it won't show up. So now this needs to dry, and then it's ready to fussy cut around. I won't show you that, but I will show you the finished one I have already cut out. So here it's how it will look. Maybe show you on some paper here, so more easy to see. So here maybe you can see the little girlie I saved inside here is laying on the spooky tree. So, and also when you cut images that's very detailed, it can be good to have a bit more room, or don't cut the image so small. It can be good to have something to hold on. So if I'm starting here to cut, then I can cut off this and start cutting, so I have something to hold on when I come around here. So yeah. And also when I cut from the back, it's not always easy to round. I can show you on one image I've started on here. So here is a leaf, so I've cut around the leaf here, and now I need to turn it. It can be a bit hard to cut, so then I go from the front. So, and from the back again and cut. And here is a leaf that I maybe want a bit of a shape on, so I can move the paper a bit, and also on this side. So I can cut this off so you can see it. So, and yeah, and when you break something, or when I break something, I can show you here, it doesn't look good at all. You see here, I managed to break something, but when I go around with my SIG pen, it won't show up the white here. So I can show you maybe a last thing here. Here's one I'm going to use on the outside on the box for the album I'm making, and this is going to stand up, so I want it to be a bit stiff. And I can take several layers of multimat, but then it can be a bit white in the inside here. And then I decided to back it on some black paper, and I also want a bit of a depth in it, so I will cut a bit on the outside here. So then I fussy cut this out first, and then I glued it with a clothing helmet or this one on a piece of black paper, and then I cut it out one more time, a bit. See if I'm in frame here. So a bit from the outside, because I want that depth in the image. But I could have cut it all the way into. So I could cut this off here so you can maybe see it. So here it's a bit on the outside, but all the inside I've cut straight into because it's so tiny, so it's a bit difficult here to, yeah. And also why I am etching before I take the multimatte on here is because then it's, if you take this on first, then it's a bit harder to color in here, and some white will show up. So yeah. So when I've cut this out after, then I will go over on the outside with my SIG pen. So I hope this was a bit helpful, and just play with it, and it takes a bit of a practice, but it's really fun, and I find it really relaxing to do, and I do it in the evenings, and yeah. I forgot to mention, if your scissor doesn't cut so well anymore, then you can sharpen it up with using some foil, and just snip sometimes into it, and your scissors will become sharp again. So that's just a quick little tip. So take care everyone, and have fun creating. And if you also wonder of something, please look below the video. There you will find some information how I answer questions. So just click on the button that shows more in the description box. So have fun creating, and take care. Bye bye.